All right, let me know if you guys can hear me or not. And if you can hear me, you can see the stream, if this is working. Having some technical difficulties today. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So we were having some technical difficulties earlier, so this stream's going to be a little bit rough today. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yep. Oh, and it's echoing now. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna probably have some technical difficulties today. I'm gonna apologize about that in advance. Not a whole lot we can do about it. We're just gonna have to make the best of it. Stream drops or whatever. It's we're just gonna have to deal with it. We are here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We do not have an overlay. Well, maybe we have an overlay. Let me find out if we do. Let's see if we do. Cool. Yeah, the connection is going to be kind of wonky today, so I'm going to apologize about that in advance. We're going to be parking up on some of these storms here in Cheyenne, but then we are going to be jumping north a little bit to get out into western Nebraska, which is where, according to this mesoscale discussion, is where the tornado threat is really supposed to ramp up later into the afternoon. So we will be moving sort of with that tornado threat. But for right now, we're going to just stay on this storm and kind of watch it as it develops and keep an eye on radar. Like I said, I had to kind of cobble together a solution because well, we had some issues. Hey, Blondie, just giving you a heads up. I had to, last second, slap together a solution to see if it works. It possibly works. Not entirely sure how functional this is going to be. This bit rate's definitely going to fall off a little bit as we get into more of the rural areas. So just something to be aware of. We don't have Starlink, so we are using a dual bonded connection, so that will drop in and out at some point. It's just a name of the game today. Yeah, I had to use an RMTP connection instead of my SRT LA proxy connection that I normally use that keeps it from dropping. So you will probably see some intermittent spinning wheels. That's just the name of the game today. Yeah, we're working on getting Starlink. It's coming along. We're in Cheyenne watching the storm start to go surface-based. Got a mesoscale discussion for this area. The tornado threat is going to be more to the east of here, probably later into the evening. So we're just going to watch some of these storms develop and track with them as they move east. Not really seeing a whole lot going on right now, so we're just watching this guy. Yeah, I do have a variable bit rate turned on right now, and it'll try to adjust for that. Once we get out past, once we start pushing out towards Scottsbluff, we're going to lose the connection a little bit as we get towards whatever the name of that little town out there is called, LaGrange. That little stretch between LaGrange and here, we're going to lose connection. It'll be kind of borderline unwatchable between here and there, but we'll make do. Yeah, Starlink's kind of pricey. Like I said, we're working on a solution today. So normally the way that the connection setup works is I use an SRT-LA relay with a bonded connection that sends that connection to my home computer. And then my home computer rebroadcasts it to YouTube. So that way it prevents it from getting any downtime. So even if the connection does drop, you get a nice little message that tells you the signal's lost, and it kind of shows you it trying to reconnect. However, that's not going to happen today because apparently my home PC crashed while I was away, and I have no way of really. I'm not home. I don't have anybody at home that can access my PC and restart it for me. So we're just SOL, just kind of doing it live. Yeah, I have it set up. So I have it set up. I'm using a remote desktop software just in case this happens. But the fact that my computer, the fact that I can't access my remote desktop tells me that like some application froze or something, and it's just all locked up. Yeah, we're doing it old school. Although I do really like using the software that I'm using right now, which is IRL Pro or Moblin, which is it's a nice little program that allows you to change some of your camera lens settings, exposure, stuff like that. So I did set it up so that I'm broadcasting just directly via RMTP. But so I can use the advantages that the software gives me. It's still going to be a little bit rough today, but it'll be fine. Yeah, that's the other thing with Ski Omega. It might just be sitting at home on a blue screen of death. I have no way of knowing. I don't have anybody back there that's keeping an eye on it for me. And normally I would give my usual partner in crime, Storm Chaser Mason Harris, access to go take a look at it, but he's not around, so I don't know what he's up to. He's like a girlfriend or something. Somebody at home who's gonna handle the home technology stack. I posted that car hinge short to TikTok, and the number of old people on TikTok who thought I was being serious about that concerns me slightly in the comments. I don't know who saw that video and thought that that wasn't a parody, but boy howdy. But yeah, I had some fun earlier today as I made my way through Alliance, Nebraska. I stopped at a favorite spot. Some of you guys, longtime channel viewers, know what I'm talking about. Well, hello in Manchester, England, from Cheyenne, Wyoming. So what I don't know what's going to happen today is when we invariably lose connection when we get out in the boondocks, I don't know if the software I'm using is going to show a disconnected message, or if it's going to just create an entirely new stream. It could do either. I'm not entirely sure which. So I guess we'll find out. It looks like this cloud here tried its level best to go surface base and then died. It's now gotten outflowy. I didn't have high hopes for this one. We're watching some convection fire up along the front range. We're sitting right in our tornado risk area. So today we have possible tornado threat up along the front range. Tomorrow's tornado threat's going to be much higher than today. So I'm looking to see if any of these storms go supercell. There's definitely that possibility. As soon as we get a supercell, I'm going after it. I'm just waiting to see if any of these storms really pop off. I'm not seeing anything really super promising right now. But I am seeing convection firing as far south as Colorado Springs. The real interaction I'm curious about is there's an outflow boundary left over from yesterday's set of storms. So, and that's really what... and it's that interaction that's most likely going to be... when these storms start firing up today, that interaction is most likely what's going to be the tornado producer. So as soon as we get a supercell firing up along this out here, we're going to follow them out and see what happens when they interact with that weak outflow boundary. In fact, I think there's probably some severe storms probably out there by North Platte, that whole area, that are just left over from yesterday. In fact, I was chasing one of them this morning, real early in the morning. Yeah, I had a busy day today. I woke up, I car camped last night because I couldn't find a motel that was cheap enough. So I decided, hey, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to go camping. So I car camped last night. I got up this morning and I saw that storm I chased yesterday was actually still severe warned in the morning. So I chased that in the AM hours, then abandoned it and got down here. So it's been busy. It's been real busy. I'll be back out here again tomorrow because this whole area looks like it's primed for another set of severe storms tomorrow. This area in particular, where I'm sitting right now, is right where we're expecting is where our highest tornado threat's going to be. Might have to wait till a little bit later. Oh yeah, I got plenty of sleep. Crashed out around 11 o'clock last night. 10 o'clock. Got up around 6. Yeah, I got plenty of sleep. We're having some technology problems, Dave B. Right now, we're watching some storms fire up along the front range. Going to see which one of these bad boys goes supercell. Whichever one starts to really pop off, that's going to be our target for the day. We're right in that tornado risk area, so as soon as one of these things really gets going, that's our target. I was telling everybody, having some problems with my technology stack, so the stream's going to be a little bit rough today. I had to kind of slap something together with the tech I had in the car. So the stream's going to be a little bit uneven. Yeah, Debbie, this is kind of late season. We are well outside of like the normal peak season for tornadoes. So, you know, don't expect to see, if we do get a tornado today, it's probably going to be a bird fart. You know, probably something with a weak funnel and a very weak ground circulation, if that. My expectation today is maybe we'll get a tornado, maybe we won't. We're definitely going to have a better chance of getting one tomorrow than today. But there's no better place to chase tornadoes than up here because very low chance of property or life impact. So low population density, not a whole lot of stuff that it can hit, not a lot of things that it can damage. You can probably see out here, not a lot of people live up here. So this is a really good place to see tornadoes. So, but it's also late season, so tornadoes in late season tend to be pretty weak, non-photogenic, and pretty short-lived. So if we do get anything, especially on a day like today, probably won't be a whole lot to see. Tomorrow we have a better chance of getting something. Now I will say, this area does get a lot of land spout tornadoes. So I'm hoping maybe we'll get a spout today. Spouts do tend to be a little bit more visually impressive than, I guess, like true tornadoes. They're basically just big dust devils, essentially. They kind of have that dust tube look to them. But tomorrow we're more likely to get today's just kind of a whatever day. Starting to get more of a tilt on this storm over here again. Would you like to chase them on a plane or monitor them up in the sky? I think I had kind of an ideal chase about, I want to say about a month ago, 3-4 weeks ago. I do like it when I can get on the front side of them from the east and then kind of move and stay ahead of them. I had a really good chase yesterday, actually. If that storm had produced a tornado yesterday, that would have been a perfect chase. I like it when you've got those east movers that are along an interstate, so you can just kind of stay ahead of them. I don't mind driving to stay ahead of them, but I mean, I really feel bad that I missed that. There was a really beautiful photogenic tornado like 2 weeks ago that I'm kicking myself that I missed because that was in driving range of me.
North for 1 mile.
It was the tornado of the year as far as I'm concerned. A real beautiful stovepipe tornado that pretty much stood in place for like an hour. You can see it on a lot of other channels. I think Freddie McKinney got a really beautiful time-lapse video of it. But that would be sort of an ideal tornado for me. Stays in one place, don't have to drive far. It's got a high base. MDT chance of tornado? Hold on, is it tornado or severe? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's an MDT thunderstorm chance tomorrow, but there's not a tornado chance. And well, let me check. I might be wrong about that. Let's go to the SPC. Yeah, that's the thing that any tornado. Hey, Christine, nice to see you. Yeah, a lot of people had that that Nebraska tornado. I would argue maybe too many people. Everybody and their brother was on that one. All right, let's take a look at the outlook, shall we? Yeah, so we've got an enhanced risk tomorrow. Yeah, so we've got the enhanced risk tomorrow, but do we have a tornado threat tomorrow look like? Yeah, the tornado threat tomorrow is still just a 2 out of 5, and that's still just for Nebraska. I don't see anything for Missouri or Mississippi. See, I don't know what to tell you. I think you might have your information wrong there, silly. That's it definitely looks like tomorrow it's just Nebraska. Don't underestimate that Colorado magic, and I'm not talking about the weed. I think we got another base over here now. I think it cycled. See that? I think we cycled. I'm always streaming Forest Spades. I'm never not streaming. Here, hold on. Why is this one focusing? Why are you not focusing? Infinite focus. Go. Is it focused? You can kind of see there's a base back here. Let me put the camera on it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to probably issue a thunderstorm. It's about 60% right now on a thunderstorm watch. Can you guys see that base over there? I enhanced the contrast a little bit so it was a little bit more visible. It's looking a little bit raggedy though. I don't think that's our guy. But it does have a special weather statement on it. So we're watching it. So yeah, this right here, this is a updraft base or the rain-free base. Although it's not looking very rain-free right now. This is typically where you'd expect the tornado to form. So this is the updraft base, or the rain-free base. This is see how this part of the storm is lower than the rest of the storm? This is typically where the tornado forms, if a tornado forms at all. You can think of this is kind of where it's sucking air into the storm. You can think of a storm as like a system of updrafts and downdrafts. It's a convective system, right? You got a circulation going on within a storm. That's what makes it self-sustaining and rotating. At least that's how I understand it. So this area is kind of like where it's pulling stuff in. So when you see a base like this forming beneath a storm, typically storm chasers look for bases because that's where you're going to see a tornado. I think we just need to give this storm a little bit of time to mature. It's probably going to be a little bit before this guy starts to pop off, really starts to pop off. I can see some development more to the south. I got to make sure something doesn't pop up behind me either. Yeah, circle the parking lot real quick and just take a look. See if there's anything going off down to the south. I don't think there's anything down that way. Well, I see a few storms kind of starting to fire down towards the south, or down towards the south side. I think this storm right here, though, is probably still our best bet. Yeah, I'm going to stay with this one for a little bit longer out here in Cheyenne, then we're going to shoot east out towards whatever that town name is that I can never remember. It's before you get to Scottsbluff. I've only been running this. I mean, I've been doing this like live streaming and content creation stuff for only about a year now, 2 years, I guess. Storm chasing stuff, I've done it intermittently, like once or twice. Well, not like once or twice, but I've done it a handful of times over the last 10 years. Whoa! Last 2 years, the first time I've ever like decided to like really go all in on it. Yeah, no severe thunderstorm watch just yet. I think they're still kind of in wait and see mode. I'm still in wait and see mode, you know? Yeah, kind of. Probably show you my pile of technology. I got hold on, let's see. Got my radar tablet, got a bonding router, I got multiple different cellular phones for having multiple different internet connections to help stabilize the stream. Got a burrito, a bunch of different cameras, got another camera down there. I got a roof camera too that I can access somewhere. Yeah, you got a roof-mounted camera here. Probably. So anyways, yeah, I got a lot of gear in here. Yeah. So I got this up here so I can see what's going on the roof. No, probably won't be for a couple hours now. This storm has been starting to form a base, and then as you can see, that base just kind of disappeared. Nate's at Carhenge? Tell him to get his own shtick. Tell him to get off my lawn. That's funny.
Continue on Wyoming 211 north for 1 mile.
I'm going to be headed up to Scottsbluff here pretty soon, because that's probably where these things are going to start popping off. I think he was at Devil's Tower yesterday. If you guys look on my channel, if you look at my shorts, I filmed a video at Carhenge earlier today.
Head east on Wyoming 211 south toward I-25 Service Road, Little Bear Road. In a quarter mile, after the overpass, turn left onto the US 85 north ramp.
We're going to be shooting, we're going to be moving east a little bit and maybe kind of taking a look at some of these storms that are popping off down to the south here. I think we're going to get on I-80 and get out towards...
Turn left onto the US 85 north. Head south toward I-25 south. In 600 feet, merge onto I-25 south.
I don't know, it's hot out though. We're going to be taking a look at these storms that are kind of popping up along the Colorado border, see if any of these have any promise to them. But I think our main target today is going to be out near Pine Bluff. Then we're going to head out towards Scottsbluff. Yeah, well, those storms are looking pretty good. Those storms down there are starting to go up. You can see those kind of that popcorn mashed potato look to all those. Yeah, I think Scottsbluff is where we want to be headed for sure. We're gonna swing north again and head east. Signal's gonna get a little bit spotty when we get out on 85. Kind of surprised they haven't issued a severe thunderstorm watch just yet.
In a half mile, take exit 13 for Vandehei Avenue.
Well, we're probably going to be headed out your way. Oh, holy freaking moly. Yeah, that's true. It is always Scottsbluff, isn't it? I feel like I've spent so much time in Scottsbluff lately. I kind of feel like I should move there. Because, yeah, it really is always Scottsbluff, isn't it?
Exit the traffic circle onto Vandehei Avenue. In 400 feet at the traffic circle, take the 4th exit onto the I-25 North ramp to Casper.
Okay, let's see if I get the right exit. I always screw it up here. I always screw it up and end up on the wrong one and end up on the frontage road. Okay, that's Vandehei. That's Hines Boulevard. Nice. Okay.
Exit the traffic circle onto the ramp.
There we go. Got it. Yeah, tonight's definitely going to be more severe. I'm expecting these storms to really get going around between 4 and 5 o'clock. Yeah, I just wanted to peek those southern storms to see if anything was going on with them. Yeah. I mean, so this whole... I talk about this on this channel extensively to the point where it's kind of a meme on this channel, but we're out here in the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone. The Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone is an area of all the storms just kind of naturally rotate out here.
In 2 miles, take exit 17 toward US 85 North.
Yeah, it's just rain for now. 23 mapper. We're gonna find out how well this connection holds up the second we get out on. Yeah, so the DCVZ, the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone, was kind of it's been here forever. I mean, because it's a natural feature of the landscape. But what causes it is the Palmer Ridge. You can, I don't know if you can see this all that well, but out to the west here, we're right at the
US 85 North.
we're right at the base of the Rocky Mountains here. So there is a, I don't know how you call it, outcrop. There's a ridge of mountains of the Rocky Mountains called the Palmer Ridge that's just south of Denver. And it creates kind of a basin. So we're kind of in a big basin up here. And so just when the winds kind of sweep through that basin, it causes kind of all the storms, like in this area, to sort of naturally rotate. There's also a lot of natural surface vorticity in this area, which can also contribute to a special type of tornado called the landspout tornado. So we get a lot of landspout tornadoes out here. In fact, Greeley, Colorado and Weld County, Colorado get the most tornadoes out of any county in the United States. So this area is particularly tornado prone as a result of the Denver Convergence Vorticity Zone. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming. We are right on the border of Colorado and Wyoming right now. We're gonna pass some pretty big rocky outcrops out here. It'll be pretty rocky. Yeah, we're in Wyoming, aka Dollar Store, Colorado. Yeah, fun fact for anybody who's you know, looking to see the, oh boy, we got some idiot rolling coal behind me. There's a, yeah, fun fact for anybody looking to, you know, come visit Colorado to do Colorado stuff. Anything you can do in Colorado, you can do in Wyoming for like a quarter of the price without the lines. Wyoming is, do whatever you want to do in Wyoming because it's so much cheaper than Colorado. Want to go see Rocky Mountain National Park? Go to Medicine Bow instead. Medicine Bow, you get the same beautiful vistas and views and hiking and biking and camping for like a quarter of the price without having to wade through a bunch of lines. You want to go skiing? Go to Jackson Hole or Medicine Bow. Way cheaper than going to like Loveland or Breckenridge or Vail. You'll have a better time. You wanna go whitewater rafting? Actually, I don't know about whitewater rafting, but like the Arkansas River here, very famous for that. I think up north, up like Shell Creek and stuff, you can go whitewater rafting. Oh yeah, Debbie, if you look on my channel, I have a video. I think I called it like, I don't remember what I called it, but it was the Hyannis, Nebraska tornado. In that video, you can see there's actually a point at which there's 4 tornadoes down at once. And then in my Akron, Colorado video, we had a bunch of landspout tornadoes down at once. Yeah, fun fact. Wyoming is just Dollar Store, Colorado. Wyoming has like the same geography, the same kind of landscape and climate. Everything you can do in Colorado. We're gonna have some data holes here, folks. That's true. Wyoming also has no state income tax. Even more reasons to come to Wyoming. I really like Wyoming. Wyoming's pretty cool. Oh, we got another storm chaser here. I think Oh, is John McKinney going live today? I was hoping he would go live today. He's for sure got to be going live tomorrow. Oh, is he? Where is he right now? I do have a two-way radio in here, but I only have the I don't have a CB. I just use the two-way for talking to other chasers. Where is John? I'm gonna have to check on John. John's a friend. I'm gonna have to check on No, that's actually not you, Dave. My YouTube kind of crapped itself. So, no, that's actually not you, Dave. Kind of crapped itself. So that's that one's on me. I had a stream scheduled, but because of my home computer crashing, yeah, it screwed up the scheduled stream. So that's why we're working with a weird tech stack today. Nice view of this base here. Moment. Let's see if I can angle my camera so I can look over my shoulder, because you can't really see it well here. Let's see if we can get it out the window there. Let's see if this works. You can kind of see it there. Well, after I get the Starlink panel, my next purchase will be one of those fancy cameras that I can mount up on the roof. I was really hoping John could make it out today. I always run into that guy out here. We always pass each other. John's cool. Make sure you guys go give John a sub. He's a great guy. There you go. You guys should be able to see the base out my window right there. Right there. There it is. Yeah, and for those of you who would like to know, my location, you guys can always look me up on WeatherWise. Is that true? Yeah, John's old school. He's cool. Very chilled out. He's a very fun storm chaser to watch. If we strike out today, I'll be sending you guys over to him. Oh, thanks for the link, Blondie. Appreciate you. Yep, got another storm chaser out here. Don't know these guys either. Chaser out here. Don't know these guys either. Connection's gonna get real spotty out here, guys. Out here in the hinterlands. Connection's gonna get real spotty out here, guys. Out here in the hinterlands. I don't think there's a tornado back there, guys. That's just a rain shaft. Yeah, Weatherwise is great. As I keep telling those guys, sponsor me, you cowards. Weatherwise, if you guys are watching, sponsor me, pay me. You can use Weatherwise in a web browser. I wish I had plugin support because it's a very clear environment, so I could write plugins for it, but it's very clear. A lot of campers on the road today. Just curious, guys, what happens when the connection goes down? I've never used Moblin with a direct RMTP connection, so I have no idea what it's doing when the connection drops. Let me know what the connection does when it drops, because I don't actually know what it does. Type message or something instead, but okay. We'll have this resolved for tomorrow's chase. I'm going back home tonight. All these friggin' campers. Oh, there it is. Okay, connection's back. You can see the base behind me. Out the window. Can I lock the... There we go. I should be able to lock the exposure on that. No? Is that not working? There we go. Exposure's locked. Alright, let's take a peek at the radar, see what we got. I think we can park up on this in a little bit again. To get a place with a decent signal. Yeah, it's looking a little bit healthier than it did earlier. I think it's moving out into a more favorable environment right now. Like I said, I'm expecting things to start taking off in about 2 hours, so we gotta give it some time to cook. Gotta let it cook. Got a random updraft column just popping up in the middle of nowhere here too, which is funny. Yeah, it's looking fine. Looks like they lifted the special weather statement on that storm. I've had one close call while doing this, but other than that, you know, I try to play it safe. I always try to, the best strategy for storm chasing, you know, is to make sure that it's just not to put yourself in a situation where you're getting yourself stuck or trapped somewhere, you know. So I always try to plan it so that I'm never like on where I only have like one road, you know. So I always try to plan it so that I have multiple ways to kind of get away. I mean, you can't always do that, but yeah, I've only ever had one close call. I take my safety seriously. And I mean, like, honestly, tornadoes are really not that dangerous. The most dangerous thing that you encounter out here when you're storm chasing is the highway. Wet roads. Yeah, I do it for the photography. You know, I'm not out here to, like, you know, provide people with like early warning or anything like that. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist. Professionally, I'm an artist, so I'm out here for the photography. That's why I do this. I got started doing this because when I was a kid, I got trapped in a tornado. We had it was a really traumatic experience. So I've always had kind of like a lifelong like storm anxiety. So I started doing this a couple of years ago to kind of a face your fears type thing. So it's helped me with that storm anxiety for sure. Man, those updraft columns down south are actually looking nice. I almost might want to reroute and go after those ones. Excuse me. Alright, we're going to get pulled off up here. I believe there's a service road up here somewhere. Yeah, service road. Just gonna take a look. Yeah.
Head northeast on US 85 north toward Wyoming 213.
23 Mapper, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oh, hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got another base over here. A little bit harder to see, but it's back that way. Chances of a tornado today, we've got a level 1 out of 5 risk. So pretty low. Pretty low today. Here, let me switch to the wide angle lenses. See if I can get both of those bases in view. Yeah, we got 2 bases over there. One of them kind of over there, and one right over there. I think that one over here, I think that one's probably dying. But that one right over there, that one's probably good. So at this point, we just got to sit here and wait on it for a little bit. No worries. Thanks for stopping in, Debbie. Always great to see you.
Continue on US 85 north for 16 miles.
Something's getting its act together back there. Look at these echo tops. Ah. 43,000 feet. Echo tops on. Hey, we got something interesting happening over there. Let me see if I can focus the camera on that. Oh, I don't even want to know, Dave. That's I hope nobody's headed out that way. It's just a bad situation. We need to let the emergency response people do their jobs. Yeah, see that? There's a base back there. Do you see that base back there? Yeah, but a lot of them aren't. Yeah, tomorrow's looking real good for Nebraska for tornadoes. I'm definitely going to be back out here tomorrow. All right, we're going to move up on this a little bit. I don't know how we're going to do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know, it's a cowboy town. I don't know what else you can say about it. All right, we're going to be going into a real signal dead zone here, folks, so buckle up. It's going to get rough for a minute. But the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to have a pretty poor signal. Yeah, we're gonna lose signal here pretty soon. This whole area is a dead zone. We all got a nice view on the front side of the storm though, so we should have a nice view of that. I should start seeing that here soon. See, it's got kind of a high base right now. Might be trying to reorganize though. See, it's got some rain shafts back there. After that wide angle lens, give you guys a chance to see more of that storm. Saw a tornado in this area around this time last year. I want to set people's expectations. I don't know if we'll see a tornado today. It's a pretty low chance of seeing one. It's a pretty low risk day for tornadoes, all told. Oh, some more storm chasers over there. So I don't know if we're going to see any at all today, guys. Just to set your expectations. We don't even have a supercell yet. That was my storm from yesterday, probably. Oh, there we go. I can see some rising scuds in it now. Is that tornado tours? What on earth are they going to do? What was tornado tours? Hey, there's my storm again. My storm is severe warned again. We just got severe warned, gang. Our storm, now severe warned. Look at that. Look at us now, all severe warned. So we now have a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm. That's the tornado producing region of the storm right over there. Looks like we got multiple storms coming up along that same track, actually. All of them kind of have lowerings on them. Alright, well, if you're just joining us now, my name's Patrick. I'm Storm Chaser. We have a severe warned thunderstorm right here. It's coming our way. And get our. I don't know if we want to roll our camera on this just yet. If you're joining us now, and if you're in chat, let us know where you're watching from. It's gonna be, we got to give this storm a little bit of time to cook, but it's starting to take shape. British Columbia, Scotland, Chicagoland. I know where you regulars are coming in from. You guys want to see this full storm? It's got some back building on it. I feel like Barclay was the giveaway, right? The last name? That's not, I feel like that's not like a really common American last name. Janet, I'm about to be in your backyard. That's about where I'm headed. That's where this storm is headed. This storm's going to be in your backyard too. Storm's starting to get that kind of stacked plate look. All right, we're going to keep driving to get ahead of this. But I think this storm's probably, if there's any storm that's going to be a tornado producer, it's probably this one. The good news, we're on the road again. This storm's really looking like it's going to be a tornado producer, guys. We are gonna skedaddle on up to, I don't know which way we're gonna go here. I think we're gonna go this way. I think we're gonna take this. We want to go through Hawk Springs. That's the least likely amount of problems. But the storm that we're on right now has really got the look of a tornado producer on it. Yeah, we're going to try to cut the storm off up at Scottsbluff. Oh, it's kicking up some dust beneath it, too. Yeah, I mean, it's the end of the holiday weekend, so everybody was up in the mountains camping and biking and fishing and, you know.
Turn right onto Wyoming 151.
All right, we are absolutely going to lose signal down this road, guys. You're just going to have to deal with it. We are headed to Scottsbluff. This is the road to Scottsbluff.
Continue for 15 miles.
We are moving to stay ahead of the storm. I'm going to try to give you a view out in the rear window here, over my shoulder so you guys can see it. But yeah, I think that storm over here is definitely going to be, or most likely to be, our tornado producer for the day. I don't know. Can you see it out over my shoulder? Hey, there you go. You can see it out the rear window, kind of. There's barely. You guys can see. Let me lower the exposure on this a little. Set that up, and then drop the exposure. There you go. You guys are gonna have to deal with my ugly mug, but you will be able to see the storm out the rear view. You guys are just joining me now. What you guys are looking at, you guys are looking out my rear view. There's a developing storm back there that's got a severe thunderstorm warning on it now. I think that storm back there is most likely to be our likely tornado producer for the day. We are trying to stay ahead of that storm right now, so we're tracking with it. We're going into a very, very low signal area as we make our way out to Scottsbluff, Nebraska. We're absolutely going to lose signal through here a couple times. You're just going to have to deal with it. We don't have Starlink. We are going to be going live again tomorrow to cover the tornado threat out in this exact same area. In fact, I think when I get to Scottsbluff, I'm just going to stay here tonight. I don't really see any reason to go back to Pueblo. I should call my boss. Yeah, that storm's looking like it's going to be, that's the one. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of eyeing that storm down there by Fort Morgan, being like, maybe. I realize that the picture quality right now is less than ideal. Oh damn, we are starting to get that real crazy supercell look right now. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this has got the look of a tornado producer on it. If it keeps that look, we'll be cooking. I reckon give this thing another hour. If it doesn't completely fart itself out, this thing might produce. I think the only thing I worry about is it's got a few hanger-oners, or it's got some back belting back there that I worry might be inhibiting it. Boy, this storm really caught up to me fast. Yeah, I need to get a move on to get ahead of this storm even further. So we're not going to have another look at it for a little while here, guys. Probably not until I get out past Albin. Yeah, it's a weird view, I know. Let me see if I can give you guys a side view here. Let's try that. Oh, I'm very well that Janet. This is my stomping grounds. I chase this area frequently. My thinking on this one is if this storm begins begins to develop further, it's probably going to begin making a right turn. And I'm kind of seeing that right now. This storm is actually starting to make a right turn right now. I'm going to get up on the top of this hill. We're going to take another look at this up here on top of this hill. These blind turns. Alright, I'm gonna get out here on this road.
Head north on Road 61.
There we are. I can see that. Looks like it might be cycling. Back end's kind of got that bell shape on it. We're gonna try to... How do I get out of here? Okay, let me do this. This looks like private property. It really looks like private property. I don't feel like I should be here.
Continue on Road 61 for 1.5 miles.
I don't think I will. We're going to do a 700-point turn here. Get off this road because it doesn't look like this road is real. This looks like the kind of road that you get a nail stuck in your tire on. I've already had to replace my tires. I'm not doing that again. That was expensive.
Turn left onto Wyoming 151 East.
Okay. Yeah, it is going to bump into the storms coming from the south. All right.
Continue for 7 miles.
Yeah, you can see it's making a right turn right now. It appears to be merging with that cell behind it. That cowboy ass road over there. I'm not taking that, no sir. Yeah, it looks like this is going to catch up with that line to the south. This is really going to pop off when it catches up with that outflow boundary from yesterday's, the residual outflow boundary from yesterday's storms. And we're in Nebraska. Take a look at our velocities. Not seeing a lot of velocity in this storm. That southern storm, though, is starting to cook down there by Cheyenne. I was literally just here earlier today. Probably spend the night tonight in Scottsbluff, or I know, we'll see where we end up. North Platte, Sterling, Fort Morgan, Cheyenne. I don't know. We'll see where we are. That storm really seems to be blowing up. Let's get over to WeatherWise and see what they say. what other storm chasers do we have out here right now? Bryant Frederick, Giovanni. I don't know that guy. Noah Juno. I don't.
Half a mile. Turn left onto Road 13, Stegall Road.
What the heck? What? Why is it taking me on this cowboy ass road? Alright. It's a little bit sketchy. I guess I can't complain too much.
Turn left onto Road 13, Stegall Road.
I guess. If it's paved. Alright, we're surprised we haven't lost signal yet. We usually lose signal out in these parts.
Continue on Stegall Road for 16 miles.
Alright. We got two severe warnings on this storm now. This one's looking a little bit less healthy than it was earlier. I just need this storm to move a little bit further east to get into this more favorable environment. Otherwise, we're going to end up dropping south and getting on that Cheyenne storm. Yeah, I can't see that well-defined base. I can't see that base anymore. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say it's probably a good thing to not be related to Mark Wahlberg. That guy's a mess. Yeah, that's probably fine. Tighten up on this storm. We can get tighter on this. Right over there. Drop the EV on this so you guys can see that storm a little bit better. Yeah, this storm's trying its level best. I mean, it's got high. looks like they rewarned it. Yeah, John's out on the other side of Nebraska, I think. Don't know if they're going to expire that severe thunderstorm warning or not. Don't know if they're going to expire that severe thunderstorm warning or not. To push back west and get into it. We're gonna do here. Most promising storm so far.
Turn right onto Nebraska 92 East. Mile, turn right onto Nebraska 92 East.
You guys can kick that guy. There's no reason to have that in chat. That's kickable.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left.
Guys, look at this insane. Isn't that crazy?
Nebraska 92 West, 3/4 of a mile. In half a mile, turn left onto County Road. Turn left onto County Road 4.
Yeah, the connection here is not great. Oh no, I can't use that road, can I? No. Oh no, I can't use that road, can I? No. This storm might be cooked, guys. I believe our northern storm might be fried.
In half a mile, turn right onto Lyman East Road.
That's fine, we'll drop south and get the next one. I believe this gives us some options. All right.